Midday break. Figured I see who's around. I see Uno's bro is on doing some gaming. Let's see. There's the link. See who's awake. They're up. Right. Dinner time in the UK. It's right around noon here. At 10 after 12. Doctor, good afternoon, good morning, whichever it is in your area. Oh, just taking a little break. Figured I'd come on for a little bit. Don't know if there's anybody on today. Rusted to roll in. Hello, good afternoon or good morning. Roosta, hi Rusty, how are you? What's going on? Happy New Year or Happy Christmas or whatever you call it now. Day after, 2 days after. Simone, hello. Mr. Clem.
Oh.
What's going on? Just figured I'd chime in, taking a break from the activities today. They say we're supposed to get snow. We'll see. Looks like snow outside. It's cold. It's in the 20s and 30s, so maybe we'll get some snow. See what happens. John, has everything calmed down over there? I know you said you were getting a lot of excitement last night. Hope everything's calmed down. Casey B, how's everything up in Iowa, Casey? You're a lot warmer than here. They said we're supposed to get warm weather coming from you guys, but I don't know. It's pretty cold out. So we'll see. Breezy, hello Breezy, how are you? Oh, there's the link. Anybody who wants to chill? Rich, mowers and blowers, hello. Didn't see anybody on, so I figured I'd just come up for a little bit, see what's going on. We had a really good stream last night with Bruce from Bruce's shop and Gary B from Bass Guitarist 1985 talking about generators. That went really well. Mr. Condon was coming back from a trip, so he couldn't join us, but we had a good time. I tell you, Mr. Gary is pretty versed in that generator stuff, all the electronic stuff. So I think he'll be a regular panelist on the generator live streams. Cliff, how are you, Cliff? Good morning to you. Good afternoon. Let's see. I'll do it after that. Let's see. I'm going to worry about what happened. Yeah, well, as long as nobody got seriously hurt, John, that's the main thing. So, sound like a little bit of excitement there yesterday. Mr. Wiley, good afternoon or good evening to you. How's everything? Everybody's saying hello. Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, there's a bag already.
Now hold on, guys. That has to go out. Okay. My wife stacks the poop in a bag for the cat, and she puts it on a table, and it's like, is that poop to go out or what? I saw a bag there sitting for like a week. I'm like, what is that? It was used poop and kitty litter, and it's like, is that good, bad? What is it? So, anyway, everybody's saying hello. Yeah, she's going out with my daughter to find a dining room table. They're looking to find one. I told her to get a round one because it's a lot more utilitarian, but she wants a square rectangular, and I said, it's too big for your house. Your house is too small. Jason, hello. Everyone's saying hello, hello, hello. Well, you should have heard her 5 minutes ago when the cat was dropping dingleberries. Yeah, he poops everywhere but the litter box. But crazy. Oh yeah, two sides, especially the Toros. I love the Toros. Those things are great. In fact, I gave one to my daughter. I gave her a 518R, which is a 99cc paddle job. Works great. In fact, I used one last year. I loved it because it wipes right down to the sidewalk. I never used to like two-stroke snow blowers, not because of the two-stroke, but because of not having the fan. But I tell you, for small snows and sidewalks and stuff like that, it's pretty cool. Oh, Mr. Clem said hello, so say hello.
Hi.
There you go. Okay, that's for you, John. Mrs. Potty Mouth says hello. Hey, it is Gary. Hello, Gary. Thank you again for last night. That was fun. We had a good time. I told Mr. Condon last night, it's like he got cloned, and now we have you. Let's see. Leonardo. Hey, Leonardo's here. Speaking, there's Mr. Fan, Mr. Red Fan. How are you? Next time you do a Q&A, can you ask him something? Yeah, but all you got to do, Randy, put it in the chat. Any question that's in that chat for the live stream, we'll answer it. I told people to do that yesterday. Put it in the chat, and we'll try and answer it. No problem. Electric furnace in a mobile home, I would go with the small Honda, like the EU 2000 or even a 1000 inverter generator. They'll last forever. They're not that cheap. They're about $1,000, but they're great for, if you have to do computers and laptops and stuff like that, But yeah, I'd definitely go with a small Honda. And I'll be honest with you, even Randy, you're in the States, aren't you? I think you're in the States, but I know even the Harbor Freight, they're getting great reviews on their Predator generators in comparison to the Hondas, especially for the EUs. Gary's here. Maybe Gary, maybe you could chime in. He's looking for something for a small furnace or whatever. I was suggesting maybe a little EU or something. But I tell you, have you worked on any of the smaller Predator ones, Gary? The inverter ones? Because for a small generator, they're pretty reasonable. The Hondas are going for $1,000. You can get the Predator one for $600.
I'll be pissed.
I'm just curious.
Yes, we're gonna go back to
Hey, what's up, David?
Okay.
Yeah, if Gary wants to answer that, I know he's in the chat, but yeah, maybe you could try that, Gary.
Somewhere? Okay, so shut up.
Okay.
Where you gotta be?
We're online here. Come out.
Sorry. I don't know.
Let's see.
I don't know that they can hear me.
They can hear you. Okay. Hey, Dr. Brando. Hello, Brando.
Did you open your Christmas gift?
No, not yet. I don't. Do I have Christmas gifts?
You do.
Where?
Well, you're the one that waits till
Well, I don't know where they are.
Father's Day to open them.
There you go. Hey, Doug. How are you? Happy New Year.
Right. We will rewrap them for.
Okay. Shut up. I'm on live. Shut up.
Just said open this
You
live.
show it to all your followers.
Uh-oh. My kids want me to open something live here. Was it a bottle so I can get drunk? Feels
No, I
heavy.
already drank it.
Feels heavy.
It's heavy.
Amazonian card, which is always good. Oh, there you go. Yeah, let me take off my yeah.
You got green.
Hold on.
So it just says everything.
Let me take
Oh, you can't see it on the green.
No, hold on. There we go. I am now the world's okayest dad. There you go.
But look when you take a sip.
And when you take a sip,
Look in the cup,
Inside.
Dad.
I am looking. It says JK, you're the greatest. What's JK?
Just kidding.
Oh
Oh
my
my god.
Oh, just kidding.
You
I don't-
didn't know either.
I don't know. Now it says what?
It's under the tree.
Just kidding, you're the greatest. I don't know. Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
There's other stuff in your stocking.
Okay. All right. Doing Christmas unwrapping at the Kent
Mine
Small
was
Engine.
more fun. So.
All right. Let me get back to the chat. Hold on. Hold on. Let me get back to the chat. All right. Oh, Canada. There we go. All right. Let's see. Sorry about that, guys.
You used all my eggs. That's the
No.
I didn't use all your eggs. You got 6 eggs
Yeah,
left.
there's a whole bowl.
All right. Let's see. Bama's there. Hello, Doug. Predators at their hard. Yeah. Okay. I could say. Yep. Yeah. Ultimately, I'd want a Honda EU, like an EU 2000 or 1000 or whatever, but they are kind of pricey. Let's see. John, not even if I asked for it. Okay, not even if I asked for it. Lee, how are you, Lee? Let's see. Gary's asking what type of fuel is in that furnace. Hello, Aaron. How are you? There's Lee saying hello. Everyone's saying hello. Let's see. What's a shame? I'm way behind. Yeah, the kids. I don't know how many mugs can you have though. I mean, I have my Starbucks mug that I love because it's the perfect size, it's the perfect grip, and it holds the perfect amount of coffee. But yeah, it's the thought that counts. Working on a portal generator control board. Figuring out. Hey, Gary, you were talking about that one yesterday, the 15,000. Was that a V-twin Generac? I know you were talking about a big one last night. Because I hate working on those big ones because you can't get to anything. Nothing's accessible. It's terrible. John Clem, he is the greatest. We know that. AJP, hello, Ash. How are you? Lee is back. Everyone's saying hello. Kevin is here. Hello, Kevin. Happy whatever day it is today. Happy Monday. I don't know. Monday. Boom. Tommy Hanlon is here. Hello, Tommy. No takers? I'll put the link in again. Let's see. Boom. Saying hello. Sparky is actually here. Hello, Sparky. How are you? Michael. Hello, Michael Roberts. Hold on. Oh, yeah. No, we had snow Christmas Eve. It lasted a little bit till Christmas Day, but then it got rainy for 2 days, and now it's just dry with the threat of snow today, but we'll see. The weather report said threat of snow, so we will see. Yeah, V-twin, I hate those. You can't even get to the air cleaner. You got to take half the thing apart just to get to the stupid air cleaner. But anyway, hello. Everyone's saying hello. Hi, Ray. How are you? Everyone's still saying hello. All right, let me put the link out there. All right. Boom. There is the link. Anybody wants to come up, feel free. I'm just, like I said, saw that no one was on. I figured, what the heck? Midday Monday stream. Figured 12 o'clock. Everybody, north, south, east, west, everybody would be up. So, except my friend Mega in New Zealand, where it's probably like midnight over there. There's Gary. What's going on, Gary?
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, you home or in the shop?
No, I'm actually upstairs at the moment. Let's see if I have you on my. Well, I guess I can't mess around with it here. Hold on. Camera 2, camera 3. No, it's a little different on the phone, I guess. But
yeah, hold it sideways though for landscape. There you go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it's I'm working on these kinds of control boards at the moment.
But are those like spares for something, or is that off of an actual customer generator?
Customer generator. I got 3 of them at the moment, so each got the same board sets, but they got different issues. The guy was very nice. He gave me like, let's see if I can get this here real quick. He basically made printouts of what the front panel looks like. He gave me the Craftsman, no power output. Yeah. This one's got high voltage. This one's got nothing at all. So I'm just kind of going through which ones need to be. I'm doing a diagnostic charge for the boards, and then telling them which ones need to be fixed, and then which ones need to be replaced altogether. So I've already started working on one of them here. And
now, do you check just individual components though, Gary, or how? Put this layman out there. How would you know what to even check?
Oh yeah, no, the 90% of the time. So these are your voltage regulator boards, and I do apologize. I'm having a hard time seeing it on the.
No, we can see good. That's all right.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, so this one I depotted, and I replaced the large diode here, and then the silicon controlled rectifier here on the heatsink. Yeah. And even after doing all that, I tested all the little. There's 2 resistors and a diode there. I can test those individually. Yeah. And ultimately what the problem was, and I can't really zoom in on it, but if you see that little trace there, that's going from that diagonal trace, it's broken right here. So
how did you depot though? Was it epoxy or what was the potting?
Yeah, so the potting is,
hold on, Sparky,
right here. So it's in an epoxy resin. I have a 600 watt and a 1200 watt heat gun, so 2 settings. Just heat it up. And then this epoxy resin actually gets to be very brittle. Really? And you just start peeling it off with an ice pick. It's a little time consuming, but it's the best way to do it.
I never know that. Cool.
Then these boards are in like a coating on the back, to prevent corrosion. you could just slice it off with your pocket knife there,
Yeah.
and then I usually put some hot glue to reseal it.
Interesting.
So I got a couple of these going on here. I figured I'd drop in and say hello to you guys.
Yeah. No, like I said, I'm just bored. Got a couple, maybe an hour or so to kill, and back outside. So I figure, what the heck? Sparky, what's up?
Feeling a bit squashed, but okay.
Oh,
Who's got YouTube in the background?
your sound is kind of screwy, Spark.
No, mine's fine.
Oh, there you go.
I don't know what it is.
Are you on now, Spark? Are you on Reach or no?
No. Afternoon, everyone. Yes.
Afternoon.
Evening, should we say? I've got my cup of tea. I'm relaxing. So, how are you doing, Ken, with everything? Have you got any chicken sorted out yet, or turkey sorted out yet?
No, today is just one of those days where I did the post office and some other things, and it's one of those days,
Yeah. Well, I've been there from that today.
Yeah, I got to work Wednesday for half a day. So other than that, I'm home. So the customers are going crazy. Well, not going crazy, but I'm getting text messages saying, "Oh, I hear you're home this week. You going to work on my equipment?" And it's like, yeah. So that's always fun.
What can I say?
Those that didn't catch the stream last night, Gary in the upper right, Basic Cars Gary, he is not only small engine, but electronic repair and things like that. Him and his wife own a business, and he joined me last night because James Condon was unavailable. And I'll be honest, I mean, Gary's sort of like the James Condon doppelganger, So when it comes to the generator, so be glad to have either of them up on a stream when you go up, because they are both plethora of knowledge. So it was good. We had a good time.
Yeah, as I say, we're not too bad here. We've had a quite crazy weekend with 7 dogs, but that's about it, really.
What are you babysitting?
No, we've had the dogs. Yeah. We've had them all at this week. Well, Christmas Day was crazy anyway. Mm-hmm. We had 3 or 4 dogs, and then yesterday a few more dogs come along, and then that's it. The break starts soon. I can't wait.
Cool. Yeah, Dick's sending out his stickers. Good sticker, Dick. I like your sticker.
Mm-hmm. Other than that, yeah, I'm just waiting for AJP to go on live later, and that's me done.
Oh, cool. What time's Ash going on?
I think it's about on my side of things here. In 62 minutes.
Oh, okay.
About 6:30, I think it is.
Now he does weekly or what? What does Ash do weekly?
Well, no, I think it's because we've got to celebrate something. Well, he's got to celebrate something.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, it's going to be some fun. He's got, you know what I mean? He's going to be doing circus tricks, you know what I mean? Planes and stuff like that, you know what I mean?
Hey, Gary, how did you learn about using the heat gun for depotting? Is it just something you tried?
Oh, it was a trial and error. I actually wound up getting lucky, because these things are, like I said, they're in a tray.
Right, yeah. We depot them with the resin. With
the resin, yeah. So you take the tray out, and then you just get the actual, and it looks like this. That's actually, here, there's the new one.
You do some liquid you can get in the UK, de-resinizer.
Yep.
You can pour into it. Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah, the heat gun works great, but the nozzle's pretty large. Usually when I start getting on the top here to get to the components that you don't see, then I have to use my hot air rework station with the small nozzle just to kind of remove those pieces here. Yeah. And these things only go for like $75 US. So it's to rebuild them. There's only maybe about if you get it from Mauser or DigiKey, I think the bill of materials is only like $5 or $6 worth of components on here.
Yeah, so it's like half price.
Yeah, exactly.
When I do the electronic side of things, I've been doing it for donkey's years. I've always used the resin liquid, but then I've found heat plate works well as well. Heat plate works very well. The sonic air plates, heat plates work very well.
Oh. That's not a fluke, is it? It looks orange instead of yellow.
It is a Klein Tools.
Oh, Klein's all right. Yeah, Klein's are okay.
I do have a fluke, but I usually don't have to use it too often. I'm actually looking to invest into a better oscilloscope, ones that are probably in the last decade instead of 1970.
Well, I've got a Draper. I have a Draper 1, Fluke, Q-Tech, and I have Fluke. I have a lot of them, different ones, but I've got like electrical engineering ones as well.
Yeah,
Where it gives 500 volts or 1,000 volts.
Yeah, Jim Condon just got a new one with an oscilloscope. It's pretty good.
Oscilloscopes are okay if you know how to work them, because some people don't know what they are and how they work.
Yeah.
But I use well, I've got the RF system, so I'm all right. I do hopefully do most of mine pretty well.
So what are you actually looking at here?
I'm looking for blown diodes and blown Zener diodes. So this is a control board that has 3 circuits on it. This is what you typically find in all the Craftsman and all the older Generac generators. This is what they call the system control board. This is an older version, revision R, and basically you have so you have the idle control circuit here. Here's where you connect your current transformer. This is the other where all the your idle solenoid and everything connects here to this 5-pin Molex. And so you have the idle control. You flip a switch and it brings the engine down slower. That is controlled between here and here. These 2 transistors and a couple of these components here. You have a low oil sensor circuit where it will allow you to start the engine up. If it doesn't build pressure, it'll charge up this capacitor and complete the circuit to ground to kill the ignition so you don't destroy your engine. And then finally the voltage regulation circuit, which is adjusted here. And then it's the majority of these components here and then some of them up here. And typically what I see happen is this will connect to your voltage regulator right here in the end bell. And sometimes I'll see this transistor and this little tiny capacitor blow because this is directly connected to the voltage regulator. This is going to blow first before this does.
So are you checking basically every component on that board?
Yeah, pretty much. I usually don't have to do, unless they look burnt, I don't have to really check the resistors.
Yeah.
If they don't look discolored, they're allowed to about 5% tolerance. But typically I see this one will burn up quite often. I've seen where if you short out the brush heads, all of these resistors here completely burn out. But this is the Revision R is an older version. They have Revision U, which is the last of these through-hole mount components before they switched over to a surface mount. Actually, have you guys here. This one I see, but it doesn't come up very often. It's good to have extra parts. That is extremely small.
Sure.
It's this version I don't see that often, but it's essentially the same as this version.
No, that doesn't come potted or anything, right? It's just regular surface mount.
Regular surface mount. Yep. So a lot of times it's a very similar layout, right? You have these transistors here, they're all right here, but it's extremely small.
Oh yeah. Wow.
But this one, it was actually a repair that the guy, he spent over $240 for it and he blew it up. He gave it to me and I was able to shut that off, sorry. And I was able to repair it. So I keep this as a spare more than anything. And a lot of times with these boards, I keep them for reference too, because there's so many different revisions. They change the values of these components. And if you don't have the circuit diagram is meant for this particular revision, but if you're adding new components that are no longer, that like the old ones are no longer available, they have different specifications, then you have to change these out, and it may not look the prettiest, but it'll work. You'll update it to the most recent version just to make sure that it works. Otherwise you get the flickering lights issue.
One of the guys was asking if you have a microfarad tester on that meter, or which other way do you check?
I have a separate meter for that. I could test the ESR. I could test. It's also an inductor meter.
Oh, okay.
But one thing I saw that James had that I'm kind of really surprised that they have for so inexpensive is
the insulation tester.
The insulation tester, yeah, the high pot tester.
High pot. We do that at work because we have heater wires in the rotor blades for the helicopter, so we have to do high pots and meggers.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'd love to have like a nice growler, but man, those things are heavy, they're large.
Yep.
But yeah, so that's let me just finish seeing. This guy said he was getting no output. My guess, and I can only test the boards and see if the boards are running, and if the boards are okay, then if he's still not getting output, then it's likely, he's got a bad generator leak.
All right, John, we'll talk to you later. Tommy's asking, what ESR meter do you recommend?
I got a cheap one off of eBay. I mean, if you can buy a Fluke, then definitely. I'd have to pull it from my closet here. I don't have it on at the moment. Usually these electrolytic capacitors are okay. I don't usually see a problem with these, but unless they've blown their tops here. After so many years, there's a electrolyte inside that will dry out, and then you have to replace them.
Oh,
they start to leak.
Better than the old paper ones, that's for sure.
Yeah.
My jukebox was full of paper ones. I had to redo them all.
Yeah, they have the old solarium rectifiers as well.
Oh yeah. Now, just for those that don't know, ESR means what?
Equivalent series resistance.
There you go. Ronnie, we're talking about basically just electronics right now. Gary, who was on my chat last night, where I believe you were there, he's doing some control boards for some generators. I don't know what that is. Oh, we lost Sparky. Where's Sparky? Sparky left. You guys busy right now, Gary, in the shop?
No, not really. I haven't taken any new machines since before the holidays. It's always tough around this time of year. But I'm going to be starting to take more machines in on January 8th. And it's snow blowers coming up. We got a little bit of snow coming here.
They're saying this afternoon we're supposed to get some. Is that the same up your way?
Yeah, and I'm in the Litchfield County, so I tend to get more snow than the rest of the Connecticut. But yeah, it's supposed to be icy. You can't really do much with ice.
Yeah, Ronnie, we're just, like I said, Gary saw that I was on. He's just chiming in, doing a little bit of work. Put it this way, you could turn on the news, you could turn on me. He chose me. So either way.
There is nothing wrong with this board.
What was the initial complaint?
This one was not outputting any power.
Okay.
So he sent me this guy sent me both four sets. He's based out of Vermont. Very nice guy. And my guess is that if this control board is okay, it's probably his regulator board.
Do you find a lot of those boards are common, even depending on different brands?
Yes. Oh yeah, you see them all. This board set's very, very common, especially on the older generators. On some of the newer ones, like the XG and the Generac and some of the newer ones, they have a different Chinese version of it. But I find that this board set is probably the most robust. It's not the best design, but it certainly works. And the biggest problem that I have with these regulators, not only do they burn out quite often, I could test some of these components here, like the diode and on these terminals here, but it's not going to tell me if I can't get to these connectors here with the silicon controlled rectifier. So a lot of times I just have to put it in the generator to see if it works or not.
Interesting. So your repair place, though, what exactly? I looked at your website, and it sounds like you guys are soup to nuts when it comes to power equipment. So anything 2-stroke, 4-stroke, it doesn't matter?
Doesn't matter. We operate out of our house, actually.
Okay.
The town, said I do all the pickups. I have a 5x8 trailer that I have, and I pick up. I don't service anything commercial. That's one of the things that I don't do, because commercial businesses, as much as I appreciate getting the extra business and whatnot, their scheduling is
they're too demanding.
They're too demanding. I've had one company said, hey, we want to start using you for your small engine services, and we want to do exclusivity, and we'll send all of our equipment your way. I says, well, that's great, but then all they were doing was they were hounding me, when is it going to be done? When's it going to be done? I says, well, I don't have parts. I'm waiting for it. I can't do anything about it. And we're like, well, if you don't have enough equipment in rotation, things inevitably need to be repaired. I just got away from that. It's not worth it.
You're not making extra more money or anything. So in fact,
No.
they try and get you down because they figure, oh, volume, you could save me some money, you know?
Well, the other thing too is that they think, oh, because I have a small business, I have 20 employees, 20, 30 employees, bump me up to the front of the line.
Yeah.
I flat out told people I won't do that, because if I do that for one person, then I got to do it for everyone. It's not a fair way to do business.
No.
I've had to let, those customers, go.
Sure. Tommy's asking, can you check caps while they're still on the board?
Sometimes, depending on the like, this does have a capacitor check, but it's better off to take them off the board, because then you're also measuring other parts in the circuit. But one other thing, this guy said that he was getting, I know this board is needing to be rebuilt, because I think his complaint was that he had voltage. Yeah, he was getting high voltage. Pot adjustment makes no difference. So typically, I had to guess.
Would that be a cap, though, or what would that be?
No, it's usually the transistor that pops.
Oh, okay. This is that same guy's load of stuff?
Yes.
How'd you get hooked up with him?
He just found me on YouTube.
Oh, wow.
Yep. All right, so it's the transistor that's bad. It's
Now, how are you actually? I mean, I'm not an electronic guy to be honest. How do you actually? I know NPN, PNP, all that stuff, but how do you actually check a transducer with the meter? What are you actually checking?
I have it set to diode test at the moment, and I'm testing between the base emitter, the collector, and you're supposed to see certain numbers. I don't know if you can see it there on the camera, but I'm measuring between the emitter and the collector, and then now I'm going to do the base in the collector, or the drain
numbers
drain
out of
gate.
all three, or
all three. And what I'm finding here is that the one for the voltage regulation. So yeah, the one side here, 0.61, that's right. But then when I set it to the other two pins, I'm not getting anything. I should be seeing something, because it's basically it's an NPN transistor. So it looks like this transistor right here is blown. That's why he can't adjust the voltage here. This makes no difference. And it also doesn't help that he kind of destroyed it with a little tiny screwdriver. So this one I would replace, and this one, and try from there, because everything else seems to test okay. But typically this one, this capacitor, and I'll change this out, and that usually will solve the voltage regulation problem.
Now, do you have a solder sucker and all that, or how do you actually demount them?
Oh yeah, I have a whole thing of Hakko tools, because and actually when we were talking about pinball and jukeboxes last night, that's where I actually got that. They were at the trade show, so I got a desoldering gun, a vacuum sucker. I got a pencil iron with a bunch of different tips, and then I have, for the surface mount, I have hot tweezers where you can just grab it and it pulls it right off without damaging the board at all.
Cool.
And then the hot air rework station, which I don't use that often, but since I got a whole bunch of these voltage regulators, I'm going to have to break it out. So this guy's got a decent amount of work to do, but it's there. Told him I would get it back to him before, after Christmas and New Year's there, but he said he was in no rush. The guy's retired. He has a repair shop up in Vermont too, so he wanted me to at least let him know what's going on with each of them.
Now, you were talking about like Mauser and all the different ones, Newark, Allied, all the rest of them. Do you stock certain things now based on what you've been repairing over the years?
Oh yeah. Let's see.
I could just see the little thing, a tray with all the drawers in it, and you got SCR or whatever.
Well, unfortunately, I'm not that organized. I wish I was, because
because we use Allied a lot at work. Allied. We used to use Newark all the time, but now we use Allied more than Newark.
Yeah, I have quite a bit of the old style. All the transistors, resistors, the pots, everything is in here. So I keep this, and this is just for one version of the board. I have a bunch of other bags that have parts for the different revisions. And sometimes it gets a little complex with changing the revision from an older version to the newest version because that's the only parts that are available now. They changed the values, and then you're forced to have to do that. As you can see, I don't really have a lot of surface mount components because I just don't encounter that board very often.
Interesting.
But yeah, my eyes are not getting any better as I get older, so I actually have one of those headband magnifying glass things with the light on it, so it does help to see those smaller components.
I definitely need cheaters, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, there's nothing wrong with cheaters.
Yeah,
but yeah, no, I keep a whole bunch of resistors and some of the multi-turn pieces here, a whole assortment of capacitors, and then
interesting
shrink tubing to kind of keep the weather out of it.
Oh yeah. Now has Jim been up to your place at all?
No, not yet. He's not that. He's just over the border. Like I said, I just
he's probably
started
pretty
talking with him.
close. Yeah.
But what else do I got there? I can show you guys real quick before I have to jump. Yeah, I get some of these old brush assemblies. Got the rectifier assembly here. Got a couple of those extras. Always good to have extra parts.
Yeah, Jim showed me those where one of them was actually missing a diode, and it was like, "Ooh, that's strange."
Yep. These, another Generac set of brushes. These is like $30. It's good to keep.
And you have to put it on the right way.
Correct. So in this case, this positive brush goes on this way if you're looking at the generator end bell. And I've seen a lot of these fail, not because that these things are worn out, but because the little spade connector and the little spring inside where there's a braided wire that goes to these points, it breaks off from heat.
Well, it's like the old Delco generators; those lines inside always broke off.
Oh yeah, but yeah, then you have Molex connectors to replace the connectors, the special tools to take them apart so you don't screw them up.
Yeah, I bought one of the ones where it had all the connectors on like a round ring, and the first time I used it, it like pushed right in, and I was like, "Oh, God."
Yep. Yeah. Then you get a couple. I have other ones like that here, and then depending on what size, you need to have all the different keys to release them.
There you go. Yep, for all the different connectors. Yeah.
All the release pieces here.
Same thing with cars and trucks. You need all the different connectors and
current sensing transformers. Got a couple spares that would connect to this control board. It's good to have extra parts, that's for sure.
Tommy, I have about 20 pairs of glasses, and I can only find usually one a week.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I can't wait till we get Jim back online.
Yeah, you should be back soon, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he landed at JFK last night, and he texted me. He goes, "Oh, I got to check out the stream." I said, "Yeah, it's pretty good." So he just happened to be out of town. So hey, things happen. And I know Bruce is heading out to Mexico, so we won't see him for a couple of months. So
wow,
he goes down there for 3 months. So he comes back at the end of March, and usually there's still snow on the ground. So
nothing wrong with snow. It's actually I got all my snow toys ready to go. I just haven't had a chance to use them yet.
Now, what do you have, like snowmobiles and things, ATVs, or what do you have?
Nah, I have a John Deere tractor GT 225 with the 42-inch snowblower. I got the 48-inch plow. It's also my main mower. But I got that, but I got a nice Aaron's 30-inch wide dual stage with the cab over it, and I modified it with high-powered LED lights, two on the cab, 2 on the bucket. So you have 2 spots in the front, and then 2 floodlights on each side. Tail lights because we don't have any street lights around here, so it's basically zombie headlights.
What do you have to do though if you have an alternator coming off of a Now, did you have an alternator coming off it, or do you have to put a battery?
Yeah. So the alternator is one of those half moon types, and some of them output AC, some of them output DC,
Yep.
but they're usually limited to like 60 watts. And each of the LEDs that I have on there, the spotlights and the floodlights are about 18 watts a piece. So I had to go and upgrade the stator to, I think, a 10 amp, it's a 10 amp. And all the Briggs and Stratton series engines that have an alternator or that are capable of an alternator have the little mounting points there that you can just put it on there. Yep. You just got to make sure that your stator has enough magnets around it. I got lucky and I had the right flywheel, so I just put the bigger stator in there, put the voltage regulator on it, and I was good to go.
Yeah, we had a lady who was bitching about the streets being too dark, so she had a street light installed right in front of my house, and now it's like daylight at night. It's ridiculous. I couldn't believe it. The bulb, it looks like the bulb's about an inch long, but the whole street it's crazy.
Yeah, no, that's they tried getting street lights over here. I live on a dead end street, so it wasn't really that high a priority for the town. And I mean, it's great. Most of our neighbors will keep their lights on to a certain time of night, but it's dark. This is not. We're next to the city, but we're far enough away from it where it gets pretty dark around here.
I enjoyed the dark, especially in the summertime. I
Me
really
too.
enjoyed it. Now I have daylight 24 hours a day. The only good thing is the kids next door because they play basketball at 2 a.m.
Oh, that's ridiculous. Yeah. Now, the further away I am from people, the happier I am.
Crazy. Oh, man. Anyway, nobody else. Sparky said he'd be right back, but that was like 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, I think he might have jumped off here.
Yeah.
But, I'm going to jump off myself. I got a couple things to do, but I figured just go drop and say hello.
No, I appreciate it. Like I said, we'll do it again with the generator chat. I thought that was fun. We had a good time.
Yeah.
And, hopefully next one we'll do, Bruce won't be here, but hopefully Jim will be around so the three of us can get together and we'll do another one.
Sounds good.
All right, Garrett, thank you. Appreciate it.
Take care, bud.
Take care. Bye-bye. That was good. That was fun. Gary B. from Connecticut, up the road from me a spell, maybe 30, 40 minutes up the road. So, and it's funny because I said to Jim Condon yesterday, I said, Jim, you have a clone. I found Gary. He's like you. But Gary, I'll tell you, Gary, he's really into it with all those meters and gauges and everything like that. Boy, he's heck of a lot more than I know about that stuff. That's for sure. So who else is here? I'll put the link out again. I don't know if Sparky's back. But I think Ashley is going live. I think John told me Ash's live starts in an hour. Let's see what time that is. 1:30, I think. Let me see. We'll head over to Ash's. Hold on. Ash's is live at 1:30. So, all right. What time is it now? 1 o'clock? Yeah, a little before 1. Not too bad. I tell you, Ron, he knows his stuff. I tell you that. He definitely knows his stuff. Simone, crimping tools aren't that bad. Yeah, you definitely need a good one, though. Don't buy cheap garbage. Buy a good crimper. Oh, let's see. Everyone's saying hello, hello, hello. Nobody wants to come up. Nobody dares. Where's Clem? I thought Clem would be up. Anywho, I just figured I'd chime in until someone else wanted to chime up. I'll stay on for a few more minutes. I've been on, 43 minutes? But we did that chat yesterday with Bruce from Bruce's shop and Gary that you just saw. We answered a few questions about generators. We had a few. Like I said, if anyone has any more questions about generators, look up the stream that we did last night and just leave it in the comments. Any questions in the comments, I'll forward them to Gary and to Bruce, and hopefully we'll get you an answer. So I know a lot of people don't want to come up or don't feel comfortable asking a question. Just throw it in the chat. That's all. You don't have to come up. Just throw it in the chat. I tell you, lately it seems that way, Ronnie. I want to have quality, and Gary's definitely quality as far as what he does and what he knows, and Condon and Bruce and everybody. So that's good. Last night was fun. We had a real good time. Kentucky Fried, repairing power inverters. Oh, it looks like William's in the basement. Give me a wave, William. There's William. Hey, What's going on?
Yeah. Hey,
What's up?
I thought I'd chime in just for a little bit. I had to
Hey,
come up
what?
here at Walmart.
No work today?
No, I'm off. Had a doctor's appointment, and I told him, I said, well, I might just, all depending on how long it takes, I might just take the rest of the day off. So I'm just going to take the day off. I had plenty of vacation. I got about 4 weeks vacation build up. So
Yeah, I got about 3.5 transferring over, but
and my company started something different. It's called the service anniversary vacation. Like for every 5 years, like 10, 15, 20, 25, you get 2 extra weeks.
2.
Well,
Wow.
that on regular vacation, if you don't use it, you can get paid for it the next year. They'll pay you for it.
Yeah,
With
see,
service
ours
anniversary, I found out if you don't use it, you lose it. So I said,
No,
hey,
with ours, our new company, you could transfer up to 10 weeks total in the bank. You can put 10 weeks in the bank. The problem is if you try and cash them
I
out,
wish we
place, they'll cash you out, but they'll pay you every week. So if you have $1,000, you're getting like $19 a week. So it's not like you're getting a big check.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I heard you say somebody paid for your food the other day and drive through.
Yeah.
I had that happen. Sunday. I pulled up there, to get ready to pay for it, and that girl said, "That person already paid for yours." What? That's the first time that's ever happened to me.
Yeah, that was Christmas Day, Christmas morning.
I've done it several times.
Yeah, Dunkin' Donuts, the lady in front. But I remember I was watching Jeremy Mower Medic 1. Someone had put on, it was like pay it forward day, so he wanted to pay it forward at the local burger shop or something. So he goes in the drive-through, and everybody behind him was paying over internet with like cards and stuff. So it was already prepaid. He couldn't buy anybody. He circled finally like 3 times until he finally found someone that was paying with cash.
Yeah. Then I was at my little local restaurant here. I got coffee, and I told her cream, extra cream. And that girl knows me. She knows how to do cream. I poured off just a little bit, and I looked, no cream.
Oh,
so I was backing up, get my darn cream, and I almost ran into the darn building. I said, "Shit."
Yeah. Well, I know what
Thought
that's
about you. I said, I mean, I said, "Oh, I gotta stop."
Yeah. Like me, I don't drink it with sugar in it. I just don't like sugar in my coffee. So you're driving away, you go to a park, you're like 10 minutes away from the place, and you take your first sip, and it's got sugar. What do you do? Now you got to drive all the way back?
Yeah. I hate sugar in coffee. I can't drink it.
I can do it in tea, but I can't do it in coffee. I don't know why.
I can drink it black. I like my cream, but I can drink it black, but I can't do sugar. I'll just pour it out.
I tell you, I like the cream, the flavor of cream I like, but I like it because it cools it off a little bit so you don't get burned,
Yeah.
Because sometimes
I don't like it.
McDonald's, it's like scalding hot.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I just wonder, I come to Walmart, this is my local Walmart, ain't about 2 miles up the road. I wonder what's going on with the truck. It's a big truck. I think it's called a Bright. A lot of time you see them like overnight or maybe a day or two.
Yeah,
this truck's been sitting here over a week. I just wonder if the driver ain't in there dead.
Yeah.
Or you hardly ever see it that long.
Interesting. Oh, look at this. We're getting everybody in here now. We got Lee. We got Klaus. Holy cow. What's going on?
Hey, let me show you something.
Oh, big dog. You finally got it from Henry. What'd that cost you? About $4,000 tax or what?
Close. That doesn't matter.
No.
I love the
$39.99.
Was Henry in the chat? I don't know if I saw him in the chat.
Hold on.
I haven't seen him in the chat. I've been lurking, so I haven't seen him in chat.
Yeah, hopefully you guys caught a little bit of Gary on there. I tell you, that guy's phenomenal when it comes to electronics, boy. It blows me away, that's for sure.
I had to give up. I had to give up around 1 a.m. Yeah. But it was nice. The part I was at, it was really nice. That guy knows his stuff.
Oh yeah, I tell you, if you just chimed in to me now, later on or tomorrow, go back and watch the first 25 minutes. He was explaining all kinds of stuff on power boards and stuff on generators, and
Yep.
he does work for a lot of people in other states that have found him on YouTube. They'll send him their boards just to repair them. You know,
Dang.
I never got into electronics that much, but he's really into it.
I get scared if there's more than 3 wires. You know,
Well, even last night, he was talking a lot of stuff is going right over my head. You know.
yeah.
Why
No, but
bother me?
when you're talking about
Cloud.
some of the lawn mowers, the lawn tractors that has CDIs and stuff like that,
Oh, there's
it
Henry.
just goes, "Woo." Hey, Henry.
Henry, there you go.
Henry.
You got the Henry's there.
Klaus, when are you going to start putting your channel stuff in English? I'd love to be able to understand you. I try to watch it. I try to make it out.
When you do yours in Polish, I'll do mine in. Nah, I'm kidding, William. I'm sorry. The thing is, I think we discussed it before. If I switch to English,
Oh yeah.
yeah, you guys are gonna be
Yeah.
happy, but everybody else is gonna go good. So I actually have less views on the. I've done, I think, 2 or 3 videos in English, and I've had less views on those than the ones I do in Danish, and it's yeah. But at the moment, do a little commercial for myself. I'm doing a binge thing video every day from now until New Year's, restoring an old 2-horse Brixton Stratton engine.
Yeah, you've done what, 2 parts so far, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so far,
How about doing one in English? Just do one in English.
No, do the final one in English with a synopsis. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, I'm constantly looking for something. I say this I can safely do in English without pissing too many people off, and I'll do that. I'll do like a shop tour, or I'll fix something, or. And William, I will do it. Don't worry. But I just have to find the right one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just picking on you. I mean, I'd love to see it. I'd love to be able to understand you, but I try, but I understand.
Where'd that engine come from, Klaus? Where'd that actually come from?
I think it came from an old reel mower. It's a 1970. It's made January 6, 1970.
Oh, wow.
And I think I got really, really lucky. I mean, crankshaft, absolute, not even a scratch on it.
How was underneath the shroud and everything? Nice and clean, or?
It was like it was hardly used. Honestly, that of course it was old and there was rust in the obvious places, but no, I mean no wear, bearings, not a scratch.
Cool.
Well, the sump that's usually full with old black gunk.
Yeah.
That was just oil. So either somebody didn't use it a lot, or it was really, really looked after, and it didn't do too much work. It has never overheated ever.
Wow. Now, do you have a plan for that engine? What you're going to do with it, or?
No, it's just going to be shelved when it's done. It was thought of as a Christmas gift to the viewers. Okay. Sort of a binge thing between Christmas and New Year's when people are off. It cost a pretty penny to fix it, but it's just going to be on the shelf looking good.
Jason's asking about YouTube, and I know you've explained it before. They don't do Danish, right?
Yeah. See, if you want to go from English to Danish, it is no problem. I just click the switch, and you guys are all translated into something that is
readable,
understandable.
Yeah.
The other way around, not so much. Google doesn't have the functionality to flip it, so from Danish to English. The day they do, I expect my viewers to go up. But so far, no joy. And to be honest, I don't want to point fingers at Google, because do you know how many people live in Denmark?
No.
We are a full nation, the oldest kingdom in the world, blah, 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 blah. Do you know how many people live here?
How many?
just a little under 6 million people.
That's it. Wow.
That's it. That's it.
'Cause
I
We're,
mean,
we're
that is-
330 million. Yeah.
That is less than the Greater London area.
Wow.
Yeah. So why would they?
Yeah, that's
I
true.
mean,
How big
eBay,
is Denmark, though, relatively to like a state or something? How big is Denmark?
it's small. Absolutely. I mean, go look at the map. It's a peninsula and 2 islands. That's it. And it is small. I mean, going from the peninsula border to Germany all the way to the northern point, 3.5 hours tops.
John, there are translators, but nothing going the other way. Like Klaus said, you can go from English to anything, but going from anything back to English, it's not everything.
It's not an option, no.
Yeah.
I mean,
I always heard
to
it.
be honest, I could
English,
sit down
yeah.
and type it in, and they would translate it for me. But I mean, that 1 hour video would take 6 hours to make.
Yeah.
And it's not happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did anyone have any trouble uploading the
Oh,
other
yeah.
day before the holiday? Because it was taking me like 24 hours to upload like a half-hour video.
No, I have no issues.
No, I haven't had an issue uploading, but sometimes it takes longer after it's uploaded. I don't know what it is that YouTube does to it, checking. Sometimes that takes longer.
Hey, there he is. Hey, Henry.
Hey, Henry. Hold on.
Hi, Henry.
Hold on. Hey.
You're looking good.
Thank you. And it's a nice quality
Godfather.
t-shirt too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
All right.
I did a thank you video, Henry, for your t-shirt and a couple of others. I got something from Anders and a couple of Danish YouTubers and stuff, and it's going to be out on Sunday.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Yeah. Got your link in the text and everything. So
No problem. Great. Thanks.
Is that Danish?
yeah, it means good work.
Okay.
Thank you, Jason. Have you guys seen when John Clem and Al McLean does they talk to each other in Danish in my chat?
Yeah.
I got you.
They Google Translate it, and then they start. They don't talk to me. They talk to each other. It is hilarious.
Yeah. But you got to understand that different languages sometimes you have to think backwards. Yeah.
Because sometimes the stuff that comes out of Google Translate, even I'm going.
Yeah. Exactly.
And then you sort of have to be quite imaginative to
Yeah.
But
exactly.
but it's kind of fun.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, John, he's all right. He's a good man. Yeah.
He sure is, absolutely, and he's got the most wonderful voice.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So that little motor that you've been working on, that's a nice little motor.
It is, isn't it? It's just one. Yeah. It's a binge thing. There's going to be 6 episodes, Henry, and ending on January 31st, New Year's Eve.
No,
and,
December 31st.
I'm sorry. Yes, sorry. December 31st. Sorry. Now, I'm not Road King, episode 90.
Oh, my God. Yeah. The pickup truck. Yeah, I know.
But I actually think, no, nothing beats Road King when he does his stuff, but it looks good. It looks good. Yeah.
Now, what were you using in your ultrasonic cleaner? I see you.
Yeah, I use a solution that is it comes from a Danish company, and they have 2 products, a really heavy duty one and the one I use, and it's supposed to work well with aluminum going below 50 degrees C for less than 25 minutes.
Oh, yeah, because it came out really nice and clean,
Yeah, and it is, and it's a good solution. It's expensive, but I think honestly, I don't think I'm gonna keep buying it because it is expensive. I think I'm gonna go find some sort of degreasing agent without any ammonia in it. It's the ammonia that gets you in terms of aluminum. I'm gonna experiment. Sorry, William.
However, purple. I didn't mean purple power. How's that? Is that too
But
strong?
it turns everything like a dark gray too.
Yeah.
Oh, it's stained.
We don't have purple power here in Europe, but we have
Okay.
something similar. I mean, there's something out there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I know that CLR stuff is pretty good. The stuff that gets rid of like the lime and calcification and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's an acid thing. Want to be really careful with acid and heat. The warmer an acid solution gets, the more aggressive it gets. And the problem with acid is that it will continue to be an acid until you neutralize it. So I think I would personally, I would go with any type of degreasing agent. It can be orange based. It can be whatever based, as long as it doesn't have ammonia in it and it's not acidic in the diluted form.
Yeah. I know that Harbor Freight stuff that Jim Condon uses, he loves it. It's biodegradable, non-toxic, and all that, but it seems to work.
We have something similar here. I use it to clean my worktop. It's a regular degreaser, water-based, and I think that's what I'm going to be trying next after I finish using the stuff I have now, which is good, but it's just expensive. We have a
simple green. That's a biodegradable.
I love Simple Green, but it still leaves like a slimy residue though with Simple Green.
They have a new Simple Green. It's orange now.
Oh, do they? I've seen the blue industrial Simple Green.
Yeah. So I don't know what kind of mixture they got in there, you know.
Yeah.
That's what we use at work. That's good stuff.
And I don't know what the equivalent would be here. We don't have the brand Simple Green here, and we don't have Purple Power and CLR, but we probably have something similar.
No, I
mean, Unilever and Johnson & Johnson, they own the world, right? And it's the same.
Yeah.
Just different names.
Well,
is there any way we could send you some of that, or would that be a no?
You could, but it wouldn't be worth. Thank you, William. You could. It wouldn't be worth it.
Yeah, because you got to send another $100 bill in the envelope
for taxes. Yeah,
it sucks.
Oh, that's what I figured.
Yeah. Hey, Parknest.
Why is that? Why?
Is that the Rocinante?
Why is it so hard?
Parknest, is that the Rocinante?
Is that the what?
The Rocinante.
I thought
No,
it's
USS Voyager.
Oh, sorry. It looked like the Rocinante for a second.
Federation Starship Intrepid class.
Yep.
Unfortunately, Voyager's registry number eludes me at the moment.
There we go. Why don't you say that, Roy? According to Martin Butler, I'm Canadian.
Yeah.
It's a new Canadian province, isn't it?
I sent Martin Butler, actually Mick through me, sent him some stickers, and he comes out, he goes, "Oh yeah, great chap over there in Canada," and I'm like, "Connecticut? Canada? Okay."
It's like when you meet somebody out in the world and they go, "Denmark, is that the capital of Amsterdam?" It's the same thing. People get confused. It's fine.
Yeah.
Well, Connecticut was financially rich this month, so they bought out Canada. What the taxes that we have to pay, they couldn't pay Canada.
That's old country you're in, Henry and Ken, and it usually costs a little more in tax to be in an old country. Yeah.
Well, they call our state the tax unit.
Right, I've got Voyager's registry number. It's NCC 74656.
But then
I didn't know that. I didn't know that, Pugnist, and I'm actually a Trekkie.
Neither did I. I don't have it in my head. It's not like Enterprise. That's easy to remember.
You go to the first state, which is Delaware, and there's no taxes.
That New Hampshire, Florida.
Yeah, Vermont. Yeah.
Have a look at this, Pugnist.
Uh-huh.
Com badge.
Yep.
Oh wait, you're a
Voyager
Trekkie too?
Voyager era com badge.
We got more than one Trekkie here.
We do. do.
Somebody had to mention Dana, didn't they?
You know,
Dana's
I
the
got
woman
some-
behind the Biker Stuff YouTube channel.
I got
And you know what, guys? And in terms, I actually do have the manual.
What?
This is the manual for the one. What is it? Hold on.
Galaxy class
1701D.
NCC 1701D.
Yeah, but
Just
what's
in case,
Enterprise?
just in case you want to do an oil change.
4 decks just for the
What's that?
6 decks just
Dilithium
for the
crystal
deflector.
transfer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi Lee, brother Eel.
I got a couple CDs from back years ago, and the CDs are shaped like Darth Vader. You know.
Yeah. I saw.
Yeah. So I'm holding them.
Somebody had to mention Jerry Ryan's character.
Wait, here we go. Hold on. Live long and prosper, right? Is that what
Yeah.
You see, the nasty. I can't do that, and I hate that because I can't do it.
I can do it with my
Neither
left
can
hand.
I.
I can't do it with my right hand.
Come on.
And I can't do it with my left hand either.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I could do it. Hold on. Let me get rid of this thing here.
I need super glue to do that.
I can take my left hand and go like that, but I take my right hand. It just
there we go.
But easier with this hand. I can do it all day.
You can be both.
You're talking about Jerry Ryan. I mean, I whenever I see Jerry Ryan, the cup runneth over. You know,
7 of 9.
Depends what you feel. Said
7 of 9.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So partners, just to round this up, what's your favorite Star Trek?
Oh, tough call that one. I wasn't so keen on Deep Space Nine, and I thought Voyager went back to the idea of Star Trek, which is shooting across the galaxy in a starship.
Yeah. How about
So
how about the one with
I still
what's
like
that
Next
called?
Generation.
Is it
with
Discovery? No, it's not Discovery. No, it's not Discovery. The one before that.
I've seen a couple of seasons
Enterprise.
of
Enterprise.
Yeah, I quite like.
Is that
Enterprise.
what's the newer one with the African American lady? What's the newest?
That's Discovery.
Discovery.
Is that new? Okay.
I'm not into that. I
But now
watch
you
it,
gotta
but I'm not into it.
You have to pay for it now. It's not on regular streaming.
But-
You got to pay. Yeah.
But that's okay. Trekkies
dear.
will pay anything.
Yeah.
No, I just
but
I'm having a problem with XSplit. Always, it's always doing this. So I'm stuck with Voyager Bridge.
yeah. But
So if I restart
the new
XSplit-
one, I was hoping it was going to grow on me, but
Bear with.
not sure.
Hey, everybody, don't forget Polar Bear Ed having to thank shit. A New Year's Eve.
New Year's, yeah.
He's having a shit. What'd you say?
And
It's got a New Year's
Still not
Eve
playing
thing.
ball.
Yeah, he's got his New Year's Eve
But
party.
back in
I'm
reality-
donating an Amazon card, so he has a lot of good giveaways.
Yeah.
Bear
I think
with.
it's gonna be a bunch of $10, $25
There
or
we go.
whatever.
On board an X class.
Betamax.
There we go.
Well, yeah, I remember the Trouble with Tribbles. That's my favorite.
I like the remastered ones. It doesn't take away from the essence of Star Trek, but it's just updating the special effects, and the. But yeah.
Well, what the hell? I'm still in love with
Oh,
T'Pol, so
confirmed.
it's going to be my favorite in Star Trek with her. I kind of like her.
Who is
I
it?
just
Hey,
can't
that's
do it,
James
Captain.
Hooman.
I don't have the power.
It's James
Give her
Hooman.
all she's got.
Scotty. No, that's that's
Yeah,
not
Scotty.
Yeah, it's
There's
Scotty.
Moan,
That's Jim.
That's Bones, yeah. McCoy, yeah.
Spark. Bones. Scotty.
The best quote though is still from the movie where he's like with the Kobayashi Maru, "You lied. I exaggerated."
Yeah.
Oh, what about Star Trek 5? It says, what does God want with a starship?
Yeah.
Right, I'm in engineering now.
Yeah.
Hey, Luke is here.
Hey,
Hi, Luke.
And moving on to the transport.
That guy was
room.
on your show last night. Ed, the old tech guy. Do you know him?
I know Bruce says he's in the chat a lot. Yeah.
if you have any questions about like Wi-Fi or internet and stuff like that, he's the guy to talk to. If you have any trouble,
well,
that's what he does.
I had trouble yesterday. In fact, I'm on the router I'm on now is the old router we had that was crappy because the new router my kid bought was supposedly dual channel and all that. It just crapped out yesterday. It could see the Wi-Fi and it says everything is good, but then it says no internet. And it's like, what the heck?
Yeah.
We tried all day. Finally, I told my kid, plug in the old one, and it worked. So that's what I'm on now. So
if you have any questions about that, he's the man to talk to. See,
yeah.
He give me his email.
I don't mind spending a good dollar on a router, but which one do you buy? I mean, they all tout to be the best, and they're all around the same amount of money.
I'm running TP Link stuff or Asus stuff. That's and I still have.
Yeah.
What's that, William?
Have you ever heard that? Ubiquity? Have you ever heard
yeah,
that?
I have.
Ubiquity?
I can't afford it.
Oh,
it's expensive.
I can't either. But, is it? That's what he told me.
Was talking about some of that stuff. Yeah, it does get pricey.
Yeah. I still have an issue with getting enough bandwidth over to my shop. But I think I got it now. I'm going to get a couple of repeaters that hooks onto your electrical installation and basically uses the wire of the house to something. I don't understand.
Just in the house, you mean?
Yeah, like
but
usually means wiring is
because I tried that. That didn't work for me.
It didn't?
No.
Power line adapters.
Okay.
The repeaters didn't work. I had to use the what do you call it? The beam to beam,
Yeah.
Sparky was pushing the beam to beam, yeah.
Ed said to stay away from it. He said he hated repeaters and all that stuff. He said, don't do that. He said, I forget what he said. You'd have to ask him.
Okay.
But,
if you want one, I'll send it to you. I got one here. A repeater.
No, but apparently there are different types. They're the ones that can basically use your house's wiring. What's that, Partnest?
It's called a BT disc. It's just like a booster, Wi-Fi booster.
Can you zoom out just a little bit?
Do you have to wire it, or you just plug it in?
You just plug it in.
Yeah.
It picks it up from the hub.
Looks like a speaker.
Yeah, it looks like
it's not. It's not. It's called a BT disc, but it's just a Wi-Fi.
What's it, like an amplifier or something?
Yeah.
It uses the house's electrical installation as wiring for internet.
No, it's not. That's not a power line adapter. That it is not a power line adapter.
Okay.
It just obviously it's powered by mains electric.
Yeah.
But it just boosts the signal. It's a signal booster.
How much was that, Parky?
It come with hub because I've my BT hub in front room.
He told me every time you boost it, like
my BT disc, it's just a booster.
What was that?
Booster.
What was that, William?
He told me every time you boost it like that, you lose half of what like. Say if you got 1 gig in the house, and every time you boost it, it goes down to half a gig. He said that there's ways around it. You could get better stuff.
I mean, I have 300 coming in, so if I can just get 10% of that into my shop, I can run internet streams in my shop.
Yeah.
Why don't you just run a cable to your shop?
Yeah. See, the thing is, I dug it down in the ground.
Yeah.
And it's a little, and I do have it in an encasing, so I should be able to pull something. Yeah. But my old house here is all bricks, so whenever I want to go through a wall,
yeah.
And I'm lazy. If I could get it wireless, I would love that. But at the end of the day, Henry, it may end up with me having to dig something out and pulling a cable. Yeah.
Because I also got 300 feet of that too.
Yeah.
I was going to run 300 feet to the shed, and then when I did the beam to beam, I didn't need it anymore.
No, but I have beam to beam now, but it degrades so much that I can watch a YouTube video, but I can't participate in a stream.
Huh.
It's simply just I think I tried it with you, Ken, at some point where it just went bonkers. So.
How far is it to your shed?
What would that be? 20 meters. What's that? In feet?
65 feet.
Yeah.
Did you use 2 routers?
Yeah, I do. But
And
I
did
mean,
you
at the
change
moment,
you got to change the number, the IP numbers.
yeah. And my brother's an IT guy who does that stuff, and he says it's perfectly fine. He even bought an
Right, I'm
old
going to drop
access
out.
point, access point that he flashed into a repeater thing. The problem is that where I'm at now, I'm in the basement of my house, which is all concrete around. It's concrete floor and walls, and my access point is right over here.
Okay.
So it's in the lousiest place it can be. But if I have to move it, it means drilling through a floor with there's a floor heating thing going. Nah.
Oh, what do you got? A radiant heat in the floor?
Yeah.
You don't want to cut into that.
No.
Because we are on central heating, meaning that our heat source is one of those big local things. So we just get hot water delivered.
Oh, okay. So it's like big heat thing.
Yeah, and it's a big thing over here. And if I drill into one of those, the water that's in those lines comes straight from the heating plant thing.
Wow.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Yeah. You don't have
because of the cold over there, Klaus? Everything's concrete because of the cold, or
no? Just the way they built houses. My house is from 1953.
Okay.
And it's got one of those, they call it a low basement. There's only 2 meters to the ceiling here.
Mm-hmm.
And the foundation and the walls there, it's all brick, mortar and brick. And then the roof construction is in wood with tile on it.
All right.
And that's just the way they build houses. We are not in any way earthquake threatened. And they've been doing that forever.
Yeah, no tornadoes or nothing.
No. Well, once in a while, every 10 years, there'll be a really big storm come by, and a couple of houses will lose their roofs, and that's it.
Yeah.
What's your average snowfall there, though, Klaus?
From nothing to what, a foot.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah.
I mean, this year we actually had a white Christmas. There was snow outside, and it was frost. But I can't remember the last time that happened. So they say every 10 years we're supposed to have a white Christmas. But yeah. And in 2 days, temperature is going to rise 10 degrees C. So everything will melt away and it'll be rainy. Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the moment,
I'm going to end it because Ashley is going on in about 3 minutes. So AJP. So I'll probably head over there in a little bit. But thank you, everybody. Have a great Monday, everybody out in the chat. And who knows? Maybe I'll do another Duchess run tomorrow morning. We'll see.
Hopefully, we'll see you there. Thanks, guys.
Talk to you later, guys. Thank you.
Take care.
Bye-bye.